How's it going, guys? So this is my 1991 Mazda Miata, and today we are going to be finishing the fender flares. I haven't installed the fronts yet, I only have the rears installed. We're going to be cleaning it up, taking off my Christmas lights, and just hanging out.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting.
And this thing is filthy, so we're just gonna wash it real quick.
But I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
And this here is the tire in question. It's been sitting for a while, so it's a little dirty, but the front has been kind of ground away, rubbed off from the flares, and then one side, don't know where it is. There it is. One side, the cords are starting to show. So we're gonna throw a new tire on that so I can finish it off. We're gonna clip these lights off real quick.
I'll be holding you.
Bye, Christmas.
I wanna live right now. I'm not worried. Thinking
A Miata is definitely the most practical car you can get.
everything I need from you. It's all I believe in. I know you feel.
And we are off to the tire store. Another Mazda! Damn tire is so stuck in here, I cannot get it out. Yes. Look at how dirty these are. All because of that damn tire. Alright, so for this, obviously we're going to be needing the flares. These are from a website called Go Miata. They're kind of specific for this car, kind of universal-ish. Take it how you want, I don't know. We also will be installing some spacers. I do have, I believe, 2 inches of spacers in the back right now to compensate for my stock wheels. These are 1.25 inches, so I'll be using these to kind of fill out the gap a little bit, since obviously those wheels don't really fill out the gap as much as I'd like. We also have this rubber trim here. This goes along the inside lip of the flare. That just kind of creates a seal in between the body of the car and the flares. It just gives it a nicer look, gives it some protection from, I'm assuming, the paint scratching on there from the flare. Nothing too much. And then while we're at it, I just have these cheap eBay little covers. They say Moss Speed on them. I don't know, they look good. So we'll be doing that. So we're gonna start with taping off the area just so I can mark on it without worrying about messing up the paint and writing on the paint or anything. Alright, so what I've done here is kind of marked that big line on the top is 1 foot from the ground, 11 inches, 10, 9. Basically did that on both sides to line it up exactly to the wheel arch. So right now it's at about 9.5 on each side. So I'm just gonna clean up the line, make sure I know exactly where these holes are gonna go into, and then we can start cutting, I guess. So I'm gonna measure down where exactly these holes are, or little divots, I guess, from the edge of the flare. It's about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to give myself 2 inches of clearance all the way around. This is the part, this line, where the flare will go up against the body of the car, and we'll just go, I guess 2 inches seems like a lot. Maybe we'll do like 1.75 inches, and then we will trim right there. So that rough bottom line is where we're going to cut. It seems like it's not a lot right now, so we might have to touch up a little bit, but I guess let's get to cutting. And of course I can't find the electric cutoff, so we're gonna have to use air. I am not a fan of air, only because it's loud, and if you keep on using it, you have to wait for the air compressor to fill up, but we'll deal with it. It's so loud. And guys, when working with power tools, of course safety is always first. Just kidding, this is welding if you didn't guess. I need to grab a, looks like a little 8 mil actually. It's bolted to the fender liner. Got it. There we go. Selling good condition fender flares. You can take this and probably glue it to the outside. A little bit of a lip there. Now it does look like I will have to fold in that little lip there and I'll check it, but I may have to cut this liner. I kind of didn't want to cut it, but if we have to, oh well. And then right here, just the tip of the fender, exactly what I want, because I didn't want to cut the bumper, so perfect. And now we're just drilling the holes real quick. Alright, so there are the holes for, I guess, the bolts, the hardware. So we're going to drill into those and attach the flare. Let's see if the hardware can go in. I sadly don't have my, these are a star bit, kind of, or Torx bit, or whatever you want to call them. And I only have a hand tool, so I might go and look again, but I don't know. This is going to be hard. I'm going to go look for the tool. So I cannot find the tool anywhere. These can't go in by hand. I was thinking for a second I can do rivets, but I can't find the rivet gun. So I'll be right back with the tool. We got the part, tool, thing. It's a T30 star bit. Oh boy. So let's get out all the stuff again and finish this thing up. So this rubber on one side has a bit of 3M adhesive, and that you just take it off and then layer it on the one side of the flare, actually that side right there, and that's pretty much it. It's super simple, but makes it look so much cleaner. Kind of just acts as a little layer in between. Super simple, super awesome. And we're just gonna cut this edge off right here with a little razor blade. Awesome. And that's that. Awesome, so that is the flare installed on this side. Looks pretty good, I enjoy it. I'm not a fan of the hardware that I have, only because it kind of gives a little bit of a lip right there, if you can see it. But I can learn to live with it. I will go ahead and do the other side real quick, and then we'll throw on the spacers. So that's with the 1.25" spacer on there. Doesn't really fill it out as much as I'd like it to, but it's not horrible. I might throw on the one of the rear 1" spacers as well, just to see how it fills it out. And same with this one. I just have two 1" spacers on each side. So we're gonna take those off, swap it for the new 125", and then put the new wheel back on the back. That one was... Nah, this one was pretty gross, so we're gonna make sure to clean that one up too. So here we're just gonna clean up this wheel real quick, get it ready for paint. Just a quick wipe down, because it's been on the side of my house for a couple months now. Alright, we're all ready. This hopefully is going to turn out good. I didn't spend too much time on it, but hey. Alright, so here's my little bootleg paint station thing, just to keep it off the grass real quick. Hi. What are you doing? Alright, we got the tire and the valve stem all taped up, masked off, ready for paint. And before you start thinking, oh, it's a waste, you could just use the card method, I have so many rolls of this tape, so I really have no problem wasting it. So let's get to painting. And for the paint, we are using this Rust-Oleum Peel Coat in like the gold color. It's cheap, it's like 10 bucks a can, nothing bad about it. It's like Plasti-Dip, only worlds better. If you are planning to Plasti-Dip any wheels or anything, don't use the Plasti-Dip. Plasti-Dip is like unless you want a matte finish. I don't really like the matte finish. You could use a glossifier, but again, that's another $10 a can for just gloss. So I grabbed this stuff. It goes on like a satin, almost semi-gloss type, and I really like that on the look of these wheels. So we'll be doing that real quick. So that's it for this one. Let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like, let me know what I can improve on. I'm hoping to do a lot more of these. We'll see as I got stuff to do on it, so let me know. Yeah, man.